Hey guys, come on downstairs. We are playing a little MLB The Show here today. It's Minnesota Twins franchise. And we just came off a 3-game series with the Colorado Rockies in which we won 1 out of 2 games. And we are 1-3 so far in the month of July. And now we've got a 3-game series at home against the White Sox before we head into the All-Star break. Game number 87, the White Sox at 34-51. We are at 45-41. And the White Sox beat us 7-3. Our pitching staff has not had some good outings here lately. Alex Meyer, 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs given up, 2 of them earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. So not entirely on Alex Meyer, only 2 earned runs out of the 5 that he gave up. And the White Sox get the win. Chris Sale goes 8 innings, giving up 3 runs, striking out 7 for the White Sox. Second game of this series, game number 88. The White Sox get another victory, 7-1. This time, Alex Wood only lasts 3 1/3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs, and 5 strikeouts before being pulled. He is 5-7 now. Jose Quintana gets the win. He went all 9 innings, gave up 9 hits, 1 run, none of them earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. So game number 89, the final game before the All-Star break. And the Chicago White Sox will send out Adam Eaton, Austin Jackson, Jose Abreu, Todd Frazier, the Todd father. He will be an all-star. William Manning, Avisail Garcia, Drew Stubbs, Alcides Escobar at short, and Kevin Smith behind the plate. Matt Latos will start for the White Sox. He's 3-8 with a 4.87 ERA, 94 1/3 innings, giving up 105 hits, a 1.31 whip. And the order that he will face will be Jace Peterson, Robbie Grossman, Eddie Rosario, Miguel Sano, the DH, Luis Valbuena batting 5th, Devin Mesoraco behind the plate, Emilio Bonifacio, Jorge Polanco, and Byron Buxton. And on the mound today for Minnesota will be Jose De Leon. He is 1-2, making his 11th start, a 4.89 ERA. And as we saw in the last episode, he is not super happy with his contract and will have to deal with that in the offseason. Here is Eddie Rosario now in the first inning with runners on second and third, and Rosario is going to ground it to short. Escobar on to first for the out, but Jace Peterson does come in to score for the Twins, and we jump out to a 1-0 lead early in the game. Trying to keep from being swept by the White Sox for the second time this month. Second inning now, Jose De Leon, 1-2 count. With the Twins up 1-0, and Jose De Leon gets the strikeout. And here is William Manning now, the second batter, and Jose De Leon strikes him out as well. And going for a strikeout of the side in the second inning, and he gets it. Avisail Garcia goes down, and Jose De Leon strikes out the side. Sox are still hitless through 2 innings. We're going to skip ahead now to the 6th inning. White Sox catcher Kevin Smith at the plate with 2 outs. And Kevin Smith's going to go right back up the middle, but Jose De Leon stabs it backhanded and throws it to first for the out. And the Twins still lead 1-0 in the middle of 6. Miguel Sano now, batting .268 with 14 home runs. Here is the 1-0 delivery, and Miguel Sano is going to ground it to the right side. On to first for the out, and that will retire the Twins in the 6th. So Minnesota 1 run on 5 hits through 6 innings. Jose De Leon pitching a 1-hitter for the Twins. Michael Enoa coming in for the White Sox, making his 41st appearance. And he will face Kenis Vargas, who's coming in as a pinch hitter. See if the Twins can't get a little bit of insurance here. With a runner on second, the 1-0 count. And the 1-0 delivery taken for ball 2. And ball 3. And Kenis Vargas on the verge of a 4-pitch walk here. But he does take the 4th pitch for strike 1. But the 5th pitch is ball 4, and that will put Kenis Vargas on. So we got runners on first and second. With nobody out, we bring in Eduardo Nunez to pinch run for Vargas. Emilio Bonifacio, the next batter, he's 1 for 2 on the day. With nobody out, runners on first and second, Bonifacio is going to lay down a bunt move the runners into scoring position as he gives himself up. Makes the play fairly close, though. And Jorge Polanco steps to the plate. Bottom of the 7th inning, runners on second and third with one out. Polanco flies this one into left. That one should be deep enough. Avisail Garcia with the throw, and it's going to be offline. And the run comes in to score. Luis Valbuena slides across to give the Twins a 2-0 lead in the 7th inning. So our batting's been struggling a little bit lately, but we're trying to manufacture a win here against the Chicago White Sox and avoid the second sweep this month at the hands of this last place team in the Central Division. Drew Stubbs grounds it up the middle now. Byron Buxton tries to come up with it, doesn't have the ball, and a run will come in to score. It's 2-1 with 2 outs in the 8th, and we will bring in Kevin Segrist to try to get 4 outs to earn the saves. We have 2 outs in inning number 8. And he will be facing Melky Cabrera, who comes in as a pinch hitter. And he gets Melky Cabrera to swing and miss at the high cheese. So Segrist gets us out of the 8th inning with the lead intact, but it will be up to Kevin Segrist, potential all-star, to close out the deal here in the 9th inning. So we got 1 out in the 9th inning. A runner in scoring position, and he gets Jose Abreu to swing and miss. And that will leave the runner at second for White Sox All-Star Todd Frazier. And the 1-0 delivery to Frazier coming up here with a runner on second representing the tying run. And Frazier swings underneath the fastball. 1-1 count. 2 outs, tying run at second base. And the breaking ball misses down and away. 2-1 count now. 23rd pitch of the outing for Segrist. He does not usually throw many pitches. Ground ball to the right side, backhanded by Peterson. On to first, it's in time, and the Twins get the win. So we escape with the win and make it 1-5 in the last 6 games against the White Sox. A 2-1 victory will take it. The White Sox lead the season series 7-5, and that will bring us to the All-Star break, a much-needed break for the Twins. We have fallen to 46-43 after being as much as 11 games over 500 in the first half of the season. We have a 6-game lead on the Tigers, 6.5-game lead over the Indians, and 8.5 over the Royals. Quick look at the rest of the American League. The Yankees, 4 games ahead of the Blue Jays, 6 over the Red Sox, 7 over the Rays. And over in the West, the Rangers hit the All-Star break with a 4-game lead over the Los Angeles Angels. And the Oakland A's are 10 games back in the American League West. The White Sox last place in the American League Central, 10.5 games back. The Orioles in last place in the East. And the Mariners struggling in the West. They made the playoffs in year number 2 of our franchise, but they are 18 games behind the Texas Rangers. The Blue Jays and the Angels hold down the 2 wildcard spots if the playoffs started today here at the All-Star break. Over in the National League, the Phillies and the Nationals are tied. Both teams 49-39. The Nationals would hold a wildcard spot. The Mets are 5 games back, the Marlins 9 games back, and the Braves have the worst record in baseball, 21.5 games behind the Phils and the Nats. In the Central, the Cubs are only a half a game back of the Pirates. The Cubs are 2-time defending World Series champions here in Minnesota Twins franchise. They did not start off the season good, but they have been hot lately, and they are back and would be a wild card team if the playoffs started today. Over in the West, the Giants have leaped back over the Rockies, and they're 4.5 games behind the Dodgers. So let's look at some team statistics here at the All-Star break. Our team offensive rankings. First, batting average. We are 3rd in the major leagues in batting average as a team, batting .266. Only the Nationals and the Diamondbacks are ahead of us. Eduardo Nunez is our leader at .290. Runs scored. We are number 28th out of 30 teams with 306 runs scored, so we're not translating the high batting average into runs scored. Doubles, we are 25th with 140. Miguel Sano leads the way with 22. Triples, we are tied in 26th with 11. And Jorge Polanco leads the way for us there with 3 triples. Home runs, we are tied for 26th with only 66 home runs on the year. Valbuena with 20, Miguel Sano with 14. Nobody else is in double digits. RBIs, we are 29th, just barely ahead of the last place Mariners by 7 runs batted in. And stolen bases, we are dead last, 30th in Major League Baseball, and that is probably a function of Byron Buxton not getting on base enough. Can't steal if you don't make it to first. Stolen base percentage, we are 29th, so we have been thrown out quite a bit. Strikeouts, we have struck out the least in Major League Baseball by just a few ahead of the Angels. Slugging percentage, we are 24th at a .383 slugging percentage. Again, that's not great. And on-base percentage, we are 27th with a .309 on-base percentage. Eduardo Nunez leads the way in that statistical category. And the last offensive category, we are dead last in baseball in grounding into double plays. It seems like a lot of them have been in the last 15 to 20 games as well. So our offense struggling a little bit, sputtering into the All-Star break. Let's take a look at the pitching. Team ERA, we're 8th with a 3.50 team ERA. Kyle Gibson with a 2.80 ERA leads the way. Complete games, we have none. No complete games. The only other team with no complete games in Major League Baseball was the Brewers. With shutouts, we have 6 shutouts. All of them are team shutouts. No individual shutouts to speak of yet. Saves, we are tied for 8th with 30. Kevin Seagrist with 27. Arodys Vizcaíno with 5. Some of those came with the Atlanta Braves. And in blown saves, we are tied for 7th with 9. Kevin Seagrist only has 1 blown save all year. So he has 27 saves in 28 opportunities. Very good for Kevin Seagrist. Hits allowed, Kyle Gibson has given up only 89. We give up quite a few hits, though. We are 28th in that category. Runs allowed, we are tied for 10th with 344. Home runs allowed, we are 4th. We've only given up 79. Keeping the ball in the yard pretty good. And that has kept our ERA down. Strikeouts, we are 7th. With 743 strikeouts. That has allowed us to get out of some sticky situations. And defensively, in fielding percentage, we are 28th at a .984 defensive fielding percentage. That is not the vision we have for our roster. We want to be a strong defensive team, which we are not at the moment. So that is year number 3, games 87 through 89, Minnesota Twins franchise. Up next, we have the All-Star Special here on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.